Hi there, Michael Palladini, aka MacGyver, and I actually got Jimbo's here. Say hi, Jim. Daddy Tech. He's working on his Blazer up there, getting that together for his youngins. Anyway, it's been a while. I've been busy and had some family tragedies to deal with. But anyway, we're back cracking at it, and made some progress on the UTV, and I'm going to show it to you. So, one of the things that we had to deal with, since we're going to be carrying a good bit of weight in this dump bed, we needed to modify the suspension. So I went online, and apparently Pontiac Fieros were real popular with the road racing set, and they actually make a coilover conversion kit where you can convert the existing strut to a coilover arrangement, and with that I can get a stronger spring to give me some more weight carrying capacity, and since it's coilover, it's further back in, which allows me, after of course I cut the rest of the spring perch off here, which we're not quite done yet, we still have to round this off and grind it and everything, but I can go with a taller tire, and also we'll go with a wider tire to give us some flotation, when we're out in the grass and stuff. And very inexpensive, and I didn't have any options because of the Fiero only had one spring. But I said we're real tickled about those coilovers being available for this. It really makes a big difference, because gives us a little extra ground clearance. We can set the ride height. It's fully adjustable, and the company that I got this from works with iBox springs, and those are actually custom wound iBox springs. They made them specifically for this application. I sent them an email telling them what I was doing, and gave them a link to the YouTube videos, and asked them, said, okay, what kind of rate spring do you think I'll need? And they did some calculations, and came back with it's basically like a 550 pound spring, the rate. Now how they manage or measure that, I don't know, but that's not my bag. But it seems to work well. So personally, I'd like to see the spring be a couple of coils longer, because you have to adjust those adjusters all the way up, but that's okay too. They know what they're doing better than I do. So, and it does work, and it's not too stiff when it's empty. It rides real nice, and you can put a bunch of weight in there, and it won't squat. So, ta-da! We've got the dump bed and the hydraulics, and we'll I had to forego the engine-driven pump idea because of cost. It was way too much money. So I got a 12-volt power unit in there, and we've got it working nicely. Ta-da! Don't get any better than that. I guess I better shine some light on the subject, huh? Got the cylinder mounted in there, and there's the hydraulic power unit, and I got the stronger of the two to make sure it didn't have any problems lifting, and it was a bit lively in lifting the bed when it was empty, so I had to put a flow control valve on there, which is that little darn it right there with the brass knob on it. And you set it where you want it, and then it locks. You can lock it down. So now it goes up nice and gracefully. And just had to frame in some stuff there for the cylinder. I went ahead and used a slightly longer cylinder than I need, so that I can tip the bed back far enough to work on the motor. And of course, I got my back bumper, so to speak, on here. And it's dark out now. It's night, so that's why it's a little hard to see in here. But then also had to cut the exhaust out to make room for the hydraulics. So we, in effect, put the muffler where the catalytic converter used to be, which is up in front underneath, and then we just run the exhaust, and turned it out to the right here. So it looks good. It's not bad for an amateur job there. In addition to having the dump bed all done up and ready to go, I'm starting to get cracking on the front end here. We've got some headlights on there. And in the wintertime, when I go to take the trash out at night, it's going to be dark at like 4:30, so I'll definitely need some headlights. And Daddy Tech's funny, he says, calls them my speed buggy headlights. I got some more steel, sheet steel over there. I've got to finish fabbing up the sides there, and I still have to build the hood and the front end. And I got a big piece of 6-inch C-channel to make the front bumper. As you can see, of course, we haven't been able to do much outside because it's been raining so darn much. It's so unusual this year. We've never had this much rain in July, but it's got mud all over it. But it's coming along. So I'm going to end it here, and the next step will be finishing out the metal in the back bed here and getting the metal work done up front. And like I've been saying all along, I'm not really too particularly worried about making it pretty, because I'm basically going to beat the heck out of it on the farm. So I'm not looking for something that is designed by Pininfarina, but that's okay. So right now, as it stands, even with the hydraulics and the custom suspension and all that, I've only got maybe $3,500 in it. So you can't buy a cheap Chinese UTV side by side for that. So I am not complaining. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned, and we'll post some more video as we make more progress.